Who in here has their own business? Okay, so everybody, almost everybody in here has their own business or works similar for somebody else or knows somebody who has a business. Why do we have our own business? What about protection?
Protection.
A lot of us have a business based on protection. So when we set up a company, the company itself is an entity. So when we have this, does anybody know what this is?
Pretty accurate.
What's that number? In the format, the 1111 is just,
SSN.
Oh, that's your social security.
that's a social security number, SSN. So who has a social security number?
You better have one.
What's this number? EIN. So what is an EIN?
Business social.
It's a business social. So what a business social does is it gives your business its own identity. Why is that important when we talk about protection? So here's your business, here's you, and here's what government refers to as the corporate veil. So one of the big things, if you do not separate yourself from your business, guess what happens?
You lose it all.
They can pierce the corporate veil and they can take personal assets for business stuff. So what we try to do is look at all the different ways that we can help separate you from that. And one of the ways, which Tasha usually handles, is business credit linked to the EIN itself and not to your social security number. So that does several things. One, if you have a poor credit score, it allows you to build no matter what, no personal guarantee when you're building on your EIN. If you don't have a social or you have an ITIN, it allows you to do the exact same thing. The second thing it does is with business credit, when you start utilizing the business credit itself, who in here has a credit card?
All of us.
So who in here, after they use their credit card, watch their credit score go down? Anybody who used more than 30% on a credit card, automatically your credit score is going to go down. They want you to be at 10% utilization, but 30% is kind of the, hey, if you're over this,
30% of what?
your credit card utilization. So if you have a $10,000 credit card limit and you use more than $3,000,
Oh, they don't want you
you're
maxing out.
absolutely.
Is that like in any given one purchase or just at any given point?
That's
your
usually,
balance
it
open?
usually goes over a monthly time frame, whenever it reports.
If
So
you
as
pay it back before that new physical month.
Yeah.
absolutely,
Yeah.
before the reporting starts. But you'll notice as you use your credit cards or as they go higher, your score goes down, especially when you get to 75, 80, 90%. So what do a lot of people use to support their small business? Personal credit cards. Guess what happens when you utilize business credit? If I have a $10,000 business credit card and I've spent $10,000, so what happens is people don't understand that principle. So we have a system that's set up that's a little bit different than most. We have a software that we give to people so you can log in, you can follow what's going on with your company, you can see what's happening, you can add all of your own vendors, and we build them in stages. So we have 4 stages, and in those 4 stages, it's not overnight funding, but would normally take you 3 to 5 years. We're getting in 6 to 9 months, $50,000 to $150,000 in trade lines added specifically to your business, no personal guarantee, and the ability to utilize lines of credit, purchase equipment, and get credit cards specifically in the business name at the end. So does anybody have any questions?
That's great.
That's-
So, what do we do to get an EIN number?
So an EIN number can be, you go to the IRS website and they give you an EIN number.
From the Secretary of State. right?
You have to have-
Secretary of State gives you your business paperwork, but you have to get your EIN actually from the IRS website.
And you have to have a business, an LLC or an S corp to get it.
You need to have a business. You can set a business up, even if you're a sole prop right now and you're running under your own social security number for a company, maybe making commissions. You can set a business up that, like an LLC, to help protect you and your assets. Then if anything happens, not only will you not be responsible for what the business itself has, but you're able to build upon what you're trying to do.
So when you talk about your 4 phases, can you go a little more detail on that? Like,
Okay, so in the first stage, what we've learned is that there's businesses that report to Duns & Bradstreet. So the 3 major credit bureaus that we use is Duns & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax Business. When they're reporting, what we've noticed is that companies may have $150,000, let's say, equipment payments that are reporting, but their Duns & Bradstreet number says that because Duns & Bradstreet will give you a number, just like a credit score. And they'll give you a part that says how much your business is eligible for. So if that says $10,000, we have equipment lenders and lenders that will give you exactly what D&B says you're eligible for. So what we've noticed is these bigger companies that really didn't take the time to build, they only put their initial high limits on there. So they'll say 150,000, but Duns and Bradstreet says, hey, they're really only good for 10,000 bucks. And so what we do is we build it in 4 stages. Vendor accounts first, then after you get 3 to 5 vendor accounts and their reporting, we move you to store accounts. After you get 3 to 5 store accounts and those store accounts are reporting, we move you to advanced store account. And after you get 3 to 5 of those, we move you to regular cash accounts, which are going to be your lines of credit, your equipment loans, your regular credit cards. And what we've noticed is as soon as we get those 3 to 5 vendor accounts reporting, all of a sudden you got a Duns and Bradstreet of 40, 50, 60,000. And we're talking about you only have a credit, you've only spent $1,000 in your credit limit, but you're reporting 5 times higher than somebody who's already spent $150,000. So we've put the system together to kind of lay out exactly what you need to do to get to where you want to go. You know, it's not overnight, but for sure what it would take you longer time, we're getting in 6 to 9 months.
And that's like if you had a brand new business.
Brand new business.
6 to 9 months you could
Yeah.
have. And when you say vendor accounts.
So vendor accounts are going to be like your Ranger, Uline, Advanced Auto Parts. So they're going to be,
Gas.
they're going to fuel cards.
Pilot.
So we're going to have different,
Okay.
and when you log into the account, when you log into the software, the best part about this is it's so simple. It's going to say, step 1, what is the name of your business? Step 2, what is the address of your business? Step 3, what is your phone number? It's going to verify everything. Upload your Secretary of State paperwork. Upload your EIN paperwork. Once all that, it's not going to let you do anything until you've verified all the business details. Because what people don't understand is you may get denied for credit, and you'd be thinking, well, I got denied because my business wasn't ready or because this wasn't there. You could get denied because your address does not match on your Secretary of State paperwork and on your EIN paperwork. Just something that simple. But who knows to make sure all those things match? Or you could get denied because your phone number isn't registered with 411. Vendors will deny you because when they search 411, you don't come up. So they look at you as a non-business, like not a real business. Once that happens and you go to the first stage, then it's going to literally show you a list of vendors that you qualify for. It's going to say qualified, 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 qualified. You literally click on a button, takes you to their application, you fill the application out, you wait for it to report. You have to sometimes you have to make a small purchase, $50 or whatever, but if you're buying paper or getting gas or anything like that, you're using those cards anyway. You're just not using them on your personal side anymore, and it all reports to your business side.
So Dennis, if you're, and this sounds great, and I'm going to ask my dumb questions.
I want them.
There's no such thing as a dumb
I
question.
know. You could do this online. Why do we need you to do this? Why, if we figure out, it's just you cut, and how do you get paid on this? Seriously.
So on this, we charge a fee because of
Okay.
the software. It's one of the only services that we actually charge a fee for. You get 5 years of follow-up, get a person that's going to work with you. They're going to call you every day for the first 2 weeks. Make sure that you're getting everything in the system right. Make sure you don't have any questions, and they'll call you every 2 weeks for 5 years. Or until you tell them, hey, I don't need any more help or support.
So it's a much larger corporation you're working with?
We have people that help on that back end part. So it's our company, but we have people that help with the back end.
Okay, I think I understand.
So we have we pay for individuals to work that initiative.
And somebody would have to get an S corp or an LLC before they start working. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's just somebody messes around.
Absolutely.
And you can do that on the website in 10 minutes.
And then we can even do that. I mean, we do a lot of stuff. This is just the avenue we're talking about, because everybody knows about business loans to an extent. Nobody really knows about business credit. Nobody really understands the benefits of having your business be its own entity. What if something happens? What if you have a divorce? What if you have a separation? What if your credit score is a 510 and now you're going in saying, hey, I need a truck and I'm making $25,000 a month on my other truck and I got a contract to make another $30,000 on this truck, and they laugh at you because you got a 510 credit score? Or what if you're a business that's only been in business a year? These are all areas that this helps you to excel. Or in the instance where you don't have a social at all, or you have an I-10, where you're really limited on what you can do and how you can handle certain things.
Let's talk about interest rates.
There is no, I can't say there's not going to be interest rates on it, but a lot of the stuff is not, especially the vendor accounts. Vendor accounts are just going to be cash and pay. They're not going to be.
But if you're going to give someone if you're going to give them a line of credit, things like that.
So in this instance, it's going to be different than my other lending business.
Okay.
So in my other lending business, it's more alternative lending that's based on your social security number. And in this, it's going to be specific to the business itself. So it's going to be EIN. So they're gonna be a lot more competitive rates. It could be anywhere from, whatever regular credit card it is, 5% to 18%. It's not gonna be, because they're not looking at your 500
Okay,
credit
but it could-
score.
But it could be, as I say, because if you're looking at like business loans and stuff like that, it could be, you could still be somewhat competitive and still get a loan rate, say, anywhere from 5 to 10%.
They're like in 1% on the equipment stuff, like in the
Really?
single digits, because you're not pulling it off of your social. So like, let's say with my other company,
No,
where
it's just,
we're focused more on helping the non-bankable.
Right.
This company is focused more on how does your business stand alone. So when it goes to apply, it's gonna be applying off of its own social.
Mhm.
And then they're gonna look at Duns and Bradstreet, and if Duns and Bradstreet says, hey, they can get $150,000, you know what they're gonna get? $150,000. That's really just how it works. And they're gonna be regular, you're gonna go through GM Financial, whatever GM Financial's given to somebody that has a,
Higher rate.
Duns and Bradstreet is a 0 to 100, so 100 is the best you can be. So if you got a 85, you're gonna get a super competitive rate. It's just like having a really good social security.
So you guys will help somebody start up a business from the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
make sure they have all the paperwork, everything in line, and start them on the right path to building their business credit with the contacts that you guys have. With the minimal upstart money, or
We got 3 companies.
Mhm.
So one's a consulting company, Infinite Development Strategies. That's kind of where it manages our other companies. So we can help you start your business up, get your register with the Secretary of State, get you a EIN, and that's as minimal as $150. So we can, as basic as get you your initial paperwork, get you your EIN. That's what we charge, $150. After that, we could help you build business credit if you want to take one of those plans. And we have a company that works with businesses to get actual quick money loans. So we can get lines of credit, ACH loans, MCA loans, equipment loans. That business, you have to be in business 3 months, and we're going to utilize bank statements. So if a person wanted to come in, a person could go as far as just starting the business for $150, or they could go as far as we'll help them get their register with all the business registries. We'll help them to get their Google accounts set up. We'll help them get real email addresses. We'll help them get their domain names. We can help them get a website going. So we could go as simple or as far as they wanted. And then if a business is already in existence, we can get them any type of working capital, any type of equipment. And then if a business is wanting to do business credit, we have a plan for that too. So we've really come to be like a hub for small businesses. We want to have a solution for everything. And if we can't provide it, we want to have the opportunity to say, hey, go see Doug. Doug can do this type of investment for you. Because the more people that come in, we give more free information out than we ever do selling anything. We provide more help, just giving somebody the ability to know what to do or to know who to contact. So our overall goal is to provide help to the small business in the hopes that it will benefit us later on.